ज्ञानतिमिरास्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन्निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादे पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्णा चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधरा शिवाशदि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे रामा राम राम हरे हरे। जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा माई की जय, पंचतत्व की जय, वामन देव की जय, परशुराम भगवान की जय, नरसिंह भगवान की जय, गिरि गोवर्धन की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, गुरुदेव की जय। Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Today we are going to see 18th chapter 67, 68 and 69. So let us start with 67. Idam te नाथ पश्काय ना भक्ताय कदाचन नाचा शुश्रूषवे वाक्यं न च मां यो व्याश्रूयते। इदं ते न तपस्काय न भक्ताय कदाचन नाचा शुश्रूषवे वाक्यं न च मां यो व्याशुयति. Translation by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. This confidential knowledge may never be explained to those who are not austere or devoted or engaged in devotional service, nor to one who is envious of me. So Krishna, till 66th shloka, he has given very precious jewels to us, very important instructions before that. So that jewels he is explaining in this shloka to whom we should not give those jewels. So, what is he saying here? This confidential knowledge may never be explained to those who are not austere, not devoted, or engaged in devotional service. Nata pashkaya, na abhaktaya, not devotees, chashushrusshave, or envious, and bhyasuyate. So very nicely Krishna is saying, for these four types of people, this jewels, the knowledge of Gita, will not be understood. It cannot be given. So Bhagavad Gita is not for the people who are more materialistic, material type of persons who are very busy in their lives and who always say, no, I cannot, I don't have time to read Bhagavad Gita. So those type of people, this Gita cannot be understood and this cannot be given to them. So here Prabhupada says in purport, persons who have not undergone the austerities of the religious process, who have never attempted devotional service in Krishna consciousness, who have not tended a pure devotee, and especially those who are conscious of Krishna only as a historical personality or who are envious of the greatness of Krishna, should not be told this most confidential part of knowledge. This is very confidential. This Bhagavad Gita cannot be given to those type of people. The materialistic people are very busy. They don't even have time to listen to this. So many in times they keep telling, right? Like, no, I don't have time for coming for the class. I don't have time to read this book. Even on book distribution, when we try to go and give it to them, oh no, we already have one at home. We don't read that. I don't want one more. So those type of people, we are not supposed to give this knowledge. It seems very nicely Krishna is saying. And then, actually, the purpose of Bhagavad Gita is not understandable to those who are sensuous. like who are so materialistic, they cannot even understand. Krishna says, even if one is not sensuous, yeah, then the second thing, even if they are not materialistic, not sensuous, but is strictly following the principles enjoyed in the enjoined in the Vedic scripture, if he is not a devotee, he also cannot understand. Again, here Krishna is saying, first thing, the materialistic person cannot be given, right? This knowledge, they don't understand. But the second thing, they're saying like he is not materialistic, right? And but he doesn't know Krishna, but he tries to read the Bhagavad Gita. Here and there he does some worship, and he's all over, but he tries to read Gita. For this type of people also, they cannot they cannot understand this knowledge, it seems, even though if they are not in sense gratification, and if they are reading it by themselves, so they also cannot understand Krishna and his teachings. So now, like, sense, there is no sense gratification, and he is what is this, what is Krishna saying here? He's not sensuous, he doesn't do sense gratification, but is strictly following the disciplines enjoined in Vedic scriptures. He's following it, but still, for those type of people also, he cannot understand, he says. But what is the key he's saying here? Those people do not a devotee, he also cannot understand. Even though if he is not into sense gratification, and even though if he follows the Vedic scriptures, but he is not a devotee, then he also cannot understand Gita, and he also cannot understand Krishna. So what happens to these type of people, right? They are not materialistic. They follow the Vedic scriptures and those things, but they are not devotees. They don't do any devotional service. They always try to keep in the heart, like, why just show off? That we have seen a lot of people come across these type of people in day to day life. So why should we just show it off, like, by just doing all these things? Let us be peaceful, let us just have it to ourselves and then follow. So for them also, they cannot understand Krishna and his teachings. This is a very nice point here Prabhupada is stretching in his purport also. So those type of people also cannot understand Gita. He should be a devotee, and he should do devotional service. That is the key here. There are many persons who are envious of Krishna. Such person should not be told of Bhagavad Gita, for they cannot understand. Bhagavad Gita cannot be given to the people who are envious also. Actually, what happens is, when something is being established, the shastras, through the shastras, saying like, okay, Krishna is the supreme personality of Godhead. What happens to the people who are envious? They really cannot take it, they just run away. But do they run away simply just like that? No, they don't just run away like that. They keep saying, why Krishna only is the supreme? Why not this? Why not that? Their conscious is in that level. Because why do they say, like, why Krishna is not the not the supreme? Why not this? Why not that personality? Why do they say that? Because of their envious nature, they are trying to do that. What they do is, they try to pull down the position of Krishna down to the place where everything they just say It is like similar, it is all the same, they pull down the position of the Supreme Lord to that level. And finally they say, in that level they are also there, I am also God. So that is the situation nowadays, in this Kali Yuga. So for those type of people, there is no understanding, because they are always envious. So Krishna strictly says that Bhagavad Gita cannot be understood by those type of people also. This knowledge cannot be given to those type of people. So why is Krishna saying all these things, right? When why, like, okay, for this type of envious people, yeah, this knowledge cannot be given. These people, when they don't do devotional service, this knowledge cannot be given. Why is Krishna saying all these things? This is because when such knowledge, when that topmost knowledge is given to this type of people, what do they say? They just start saying, oh, this is not correct, that is not correct, this is not working out. They try to put their own concoction into that, and they start offending these instructions, and they offend Krishna eventually, right? So when that offending happens, the person who has given this knowledge to them also, like, it is indirectly he is also offending. So that's why we have to be very, very careful when we are giving this knowledge to these type of envious people, and the list what Krishna has said. Because when they offend, indirectly we are also into that. Because of us giving to them, they have also, we are also offending. So it is that is why Krishna is just saying, for these type of people, the Bhagavad Gita cannot be understood. He says, like, these instructions will never be understood by these type of people. So therefore, don't give it to them. In touch with them, like, first let them, that's what Prabhupada did, right? So what are we supposed to do? We are just going in Harinam and giving. So are we doing it correct? Yes, we are doing it correct. What is a devotee doing? He is just making a person who's randomly going there, who doesn't know who is Krishna. We are just making him to know who is Krishna, and making him to get some spiritual credits, right? Spiritual credits, some shukruti, by just giving some prasadam, right? And then giving him some service. Okay, can you just come and do this cleaning over here? We have this Ratha Yatra coming, like, these roads have to be cleaned, or can you just organize this pamphlet, something like that. All these things are all coming under the devotional service, right? Indirectly, when the person does this, he collects some spiritual credits, and from there he becomes a devotee. When he becomes a devotee, then automatically, when this knowledge is given to him, he is able to understand. By then, when he is able to understand, he already must have accepted that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is Krishna, and then he is doing the service also. So that's how Prabhupada just brought this movement like anything. He spread this worldwide, each and every place. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's a dream, it has just come true, and it is going to like massively grow like anything in coming more years also. Finally, Prabhupada here in Purport, he's saying there is no possibility of faithless person understanding Bhagavad Gita and Krishna. For a faithless person, there is no possibility at all. Without understanding Krishna from the authority of a pure devotee, one should not try to comment upon Bhagavad Gita. So, Bhagavad Gita is very, very famous, right? So that's why everyone wants to do a commentary on it. Like, name everyone. Everyone is willing to do a commentary on it. But when he is not a pure devotee of the Lord, when he does the commentary, Those commentaries are all is different points here and there he just collects, but those type of points looks a little bit interesting also, but still it doesn't convey the right instruction, right thing what Krishna has told exactly. So in that way, what is the point of reading that type of Gitas, right? There are people who just take away Krishna itself out from Bhagavad Gita, and I don't know what is the meaning of Bhagavad Gita then, like, right, it is being given by Krishna, and the people who are just writing commentary, they take away the main person Krishna itself from that, and then they try to do lot of different concoction in that. So that's how those commentaries are with why does it happen? Because they don't understand Krishna, the real knowledge they cannot understand, right? Like Krishna is telling here, the people who are envious, the people who are materialistic, the people who are not doing devotional service, they cannot understand. So these people, just by saying in the name of like I'm a nice person, like I don't know, I'm a nice person spiritually, I'm a devotee, and then start writing. But the knowledge imparts, we should know that the knowledge imparts only through the parampara system. Until unless we just follow a bona fide guru, the knowledge which is being imparted to us is not the real knowledge. And even though if something is being imparted, it will be like what do you call, like ununderstood knowledge. If the right knowledge, if it is imparted in the parampara system, then we can understand Krishna, we can understand Krishna's instructions also. So that's what only a pure devotee can do that, because the pure devotee has Krishna in his heart. When he speaks, the words what comes out of his mouth is the real words coming from his heart, and it is so magical that those words goes into the listener's ears and then pierces his heart, and there he understands Krishna within him. So this is very, very important. Yes, sure. So this is very, very important to know that Krishna, what, to whom this knowledge, this is secret of the secret, to whom this knowledge should be imparted. And let us see what Krishna is telling. And now he has said, like, to whom this knowledge cannot be given, right? So in the 68th sloka, he's just saying to whom this knowledge should be given. Yeah. यायिदं परमं गुह्यं मद्भक्तेष्वभिदास्यति भक्तिं मयि परां कृत्वा मां ये वैष्यति असंशयः यायिदं परमं गुह्यं मद्भक्तेष्वभिदास्यति भक्तिं मयि परां कृत्वा मां ये वैष्यति Ashamshayah. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. For one who explains this supreme secret to the devotees, pure devotional service is guaranteed, and at the end he will come back to me, Ashamshayah, without fail, he is saying. And this Guhyam, either Paramam Guhyam, to whom it should be given, Mat Bhakteshu. So to my pure devotees, so very nicely, for one who explains, this knowledge should be given to the devotees only, to the devotees of the Lord only. So very nicely here Prabhupada also explains us, generally it is advised that Bhagavad Gita be discussed among the devotees only. For those who are not devotees will understand neither Krishna nor Bhagavad Gita. So, this secret knowledge, this highest perfecting knowledge, can be explained or discussed about this supreme secret, or to know about this instructions, it can be done only among the devotees. So what happens, for materialistic people or whoever it is, if they are not devotees, what happens, like they are so busy, right? When we just go and start to preach about Krishna to them, it is something like banging our head towards the wall. For them it doesn't matter. Oh, okay, Krishna, okay, okay, how does it make a big difference for me, so that type of people are there. For those people, no, definitely this cannot be given. They don't have the spirit. Why this cannot be given? In the sense, they cannot understand. Why they cannot understand? Because they don't have the shukruti, the spiritual credits. That's why they cannot understand. Therefore, what is a basic qualification? If you wanted to give this Bhagavad Gita to somebody, the basic qualification is, they must be accepting Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead. Only the devotees can do that. Who render devotional service, they will be in the very very strict accepting, like they will be very strong that the supreme personality of Krishna is none other than, the supreme personality of Godhead is none other than Krishna only. So only within them this Gita can be what do you call, discussed or told or whatever it is. Anyone, however, who tries sincerely to present Bhagavad Gita as it will advance in devotional activities and reach the pure devotional state of life. As a result of such pure devotion, he is sure to go back home, back to Godhead. So whoever is preaching, whoever is discussing this supreme secret, this supreme knowledge, he is sure, asamshaya, without fail, he is sure to go back home, back to Godhead. So what does a devotee do? So a devotee just goes and gives Bhagavad Gita to the person who he doesn't know on the streets. No, actually, first a devotee changes that materialistic person to a devotee. First, he changes that person to a devotee, and then he knows that, okay, this person has accepted Krishna as the supreme personality of Godhead. Then he gives this knowledge, Bhagavad Gita, to him. So that's how he is ready to get this knowledge. So, therefore, we have to help people. We have to help people to get this Shukriti, to get this spiritual credits. How can we do this? ISKCON is doing wonderfully. The first thing what we do is distributing prasadam, right? We distribute free prasadam everywhere, everywhere. So what are we doing here? When a person takes this prasad, he gets the spiritual credits, right? Like the main thing here, we do grand Ratha Yatras. What is the meaning of doing it? Jagannath is coming into the streets and nook and corner everywhere. So just a person taking darshan of Jagannath itself, he gets the spiritual credits, and from there onwards his journey starts. Like we try to pull out everybody on the roads, right? Please touch this rathas, the cart, what do you call, the rope which is going. Can you please touch? Can you please touch? Why are we doing that? Why are we devotees doing that? Just to give them the spiritual credits, make them to get the spiritual credits. So from there onwards, their conscience gets better and better. So if they don't get, like they cannot, it takes time too. We cannot say that it will happen in this life itself. It will, maybe this spiritual credits definitely will be there, right? They will get benefited in next life or maybe in the next life. Who knows, right? So this is very important. Giving them the spiritual credits, making the opportunity for them to get the spiritual credits is very, very important. So Krishna is like guaranteeing the person who explains this supreme secret to the devotees, at the end he will come back to me. What a wonderful strong point Krishna has given us, so that we can meditate upon this and make big, big steps in our spiritual journey, right? So let us see what, after giving these 2 points, to whom this knowledge cannot be given and to whom this knowledge can be given. Then in 69th shloka, Krishna is making some important points in 69th and 70 today. So let us see only 69. Prabhu, can be just see 69. Thank you, Prabhu. न च तस्मान्मनुष्येषु कश्चिन्मे प्रियकृतमः भविता न च मे तस्माद् अन्यप्रियतरो भुवि न च तस्मान्मनुष्येषु कश्चिन्मे प्रियकृतमः भविता न च मे तस्माद् अन्यप्रियतरो भुवि. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. There is no servant in this world more dear to me than he, nor will there ever be one more dear. So after telling to whom these jewels, this precious jewels cannot be given, can be given, then Krishna is insisting very important point here. Who, like how dear the person who preaches this, who gives this knowledge to others, how dear that person is to me. Here he says that no, nor will there ever be one more dear. So he will be the dearmost person to Krishna. So what a blessing for all of us to just march towards that, right? To whom do we need other than Krishna? Krishna says that no one is much more dear than the person who does this for me, right? Like no, nor will there even be one more dear. So the dearest and dearest person to Krishna, we all wanted to be that, right? Dearest to Krishna. So let us just like we cannot stop thinking about Srila Prabhupada, how dear he should be to Krishna. He has spread this knowledge to each and every one. Like we know how ISKCON has spread worldwide, everywhere, not only in India, in other countries where people don't have that spiritual credits also, like just zero. He how like now they are like gurus, and how nicely they are just preaching, and how nicely they are giving us the knowledge. So this is something extraordinary, wonderful. We all should be just like meditating on this, how nice, how more dear most Srila Prabhupada is to Krishna. So we all like following in the footsteps of Srila Prabhupada, we all also should do that. Try to preach this, try to give this knowledge, whatever today we are discussing among ourselves. So definitely compared to the other people, our conscious or a little bit raised in that level. So we are able to understand Krishna, we are able to understand the instructions of Krishna. So not only stopping here, following in the footsteps of Prabhupada, we also should go ahead and start preaching this precious knowledge to each and every one, whomever we can impart this knowledge to, right? It is not only just giving the class every day. It doesn't matter. It is not that. We can do any type of service, devotional service, to which makes pleasing to Krishna. Cooking, cleaning, or making an arrangement for the class, or going and dealing with the newcomers who are coming to the temple, talking about Krishna to them. So all these things come under the service. When we do all these things, we also become more close to Krishna, dear most friend of Krishna. So saying this, Krishna is giving one more point also based on this in tomorrow's shlokas. So let us see from tomorrow's shloka. And then Mataji was asking some question. Yeah. So with this, for today's class, we will end and we will go with Mataji's question or whatever it is. Thank you so much, devotees. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyo vacha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to everybody.
Dandavat Pranam.